Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody? Another edition of the Friday Man Cave here on the MCXP Network show, MCXP Radio here on the BGSE Network. You already know, man, it's your boy Reeds and they're chilling in the mix. My boy Brian should be coming. Boy might be asleep though, you know what I'm saying? Because he does work hard and do his thing, man. Usually he's here with me, but even if he's not, man, you know me, I'll rock the show and join by myself. But I'm glad that you guys are here. Glad that you guys are tuning in, listening, checking it out, and everything like that. Lots of stuff to discuss today. Of course, you know I got the Mavs game on the back. You know, avid fan. I gotta root for my boys to the end. I gotta root for them to the end, even though we on three. But we gonna talk about it. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get the show started. All right, let's go.
Swagger pimp, yeah. Can't now another nigga like me. Yeah. Okay, it goes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rockin'. It's time for hip hop. On they reach watch, no sir, not for show. No bars made up of fairy tales. I'm trying for the tragedy, I know it well. So put your hands up in the air just for the winners. A peace sign, the pimps, the prostitutes, the sinners. We all deserve a second chance, but we products of illusion and victims of our own circumstance. Apply the pressure, I bet you can. Live the life that you love, shout out to Rand. Love the life that you live, shout out again. It ain't a tough pill to swallow once you comprehend.
Yes, sir, y'all already know, man. We here in the building, doing the thing, man. MCXPRadio holding it down, man. You are now in tune with the Friday Man Cave. Please, man. Like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, man. Make sure that you hit the bell if you're sitting there watching on YouTube so you can get the notification anytime that the show comes on, anytime that anything from the BGSE Network comes on, man. You guys can pay attention to it and y'all can log in. You know what I'm saying? Throw out your comments. Have a good time and ride with us. You know what I'm saying? This your first time joining the show, man. Welcome, 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 welcome. You know what I'm saying? Just a music guy, just an avid sports fan and everything like that, man. Like to talk about sports, everything, uh, politics, just life, man. Yeah, this is my channel on the BGSE Network with all one of the homeboys. Sometimes I got friends that come through. If you have been watching the show and you've been a part of the show, man, broadcast, thank you for coming again and checking out and kicking it with me here again, man, on Mondays, man. So, you know, I'll do my thing. As you always know on this show, I do my 3 points. So I usually have 3 points I want to talk. We get into it, man, and we have a good time, all right? So let's start it off. 3 points. Here we go. All right. Let's start this off, man. Look, my first point. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room, the NBA Finals. All right. I know right now we're watching Game 4. Game 4 is live right now, as a matter of fact, with halftime showing up as it is right now. It is, believe it or not, 61-35 in the halftime. 61-35. The Dallas Mavericks are up in Game 4. Now, while a lot of people may say that this is kind of a, I guess, written script thing or whatever you want to call it, I'm not saying that I'm expecting this. I'm not saying that I'm surprised. I feel like Mavs at this point in time, since they are down 3 games, they have nothing to lose. So they're going to go out there and they're going to do whatever that they want to do. They're going to go out there and they're going to play their hearts out because they know this could potentially be the last time that they play. Knowing that they're down 0-3, your back's up against the wall, what else do you have to lose? Go out there and you play your basketball, you play your game to the best of your abilities. Now, I can't say necessarily that I'm expected or that I didn't expect that the series would be the way that it is. I thought coming into the series, I thought that Dallas would at least put up a fight, which they actually have. I'll be honest, completely honest. If you've been watching every single game in this in this NBA Finals, Mavericks have been putting up a fight, but shots have just not been falling at the right time. Boston has shown, Boston has shown to be the more complete team. Um, Dallas hasn't had anybody necessarily off the bench that could help, help generate points, help bring things to the light, keep the scoring going. The defense has kind of been a little bit lackluster, but I think Boston just overall has the better team. Um, every one of those guys on that team, man, can play some basketball. Everybody on that team can shoot. Pretty much, they know how to space the floor. They know what they're doing. Shout out to Tatum, shout out to Jaylen Brown, shout out to Al Horford. All of those guys, man. I am not a Boston fan by no means. I do not like Boston. I've gone on record to say it. I don't like Boston. I can't stand Boston. I don't want to visit the city. I couldn't be a fan of that team. None of that stuff. Nothing Boston related. I'm sorry. If there's any Boston fans that see this, who gives a damn? I'm just letting you know how I feel. I don't care for y'all. But needless to say, I do respect the Boston Celtics franchise, your all-storied franchise. I do salute you guys for being one of the premier franchises in the NBA. I'm just not a guy that can just rock with y'all like that. Sorry. I'm a diehard Mavs fan, always have been, always will be, and I bleed the blue. But again, I didn't expect that the finals would go down this way. I did. To be honest, in my honest opinion, I feel like the finals should actually be 2-1 in the Mavs' favor. Mavs could have won game 2, let it slip through the cracks. Mavs could have won game 3. They did what they were supposed to do, but then of course Luka fouling out and everything like that. Hey, it is what it is. They just didn't take advantage of when they needed to take advantage. They didn't take advantage of the spots and the things that they needed to do when it was necessary and when it was time. So, of course, Boston is going to capitalize. Boston is not a team that you could just let, you can't just let them slip through the cracks. Once you have them on the lead, you got to keep your foot on the trigger, foot on the pedal. You got to keep your finger on the trigger. You got to keep your knee, well, I'm not going to say knee on the neck. I ain't gonna say that. No, I'm not gonna say that. No. I'm just gonna say you gotta keep pushing forward on them. You can't let up and you can't be lackadaisical. You know what I'm saying? But I've been hoping that the Mavs can come out and actually show some kind of grit, some kind of toughness. And it looks apparent to me that they're doing that here in this game 4. It's only halftime, but let's see how else it's gonna pan out here towards the end. Because anything is possible. Boston is known for making adjustments. But like I said, you got the Mavs out here who have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose at all. So these guys are out here and they're playing their hearts out, man. So shout out to them, man. I hope Mavs go ahead and pull this out. Don't let it be a sweep, because I'd hate it. I'd hate for Luka and them boys to actually have a sweep under their books. But I believe Mavs will win this game 4. I believe it goes back to game 5. I think that's the one that everybody's going to be paying attention to because Boston will definitely try to finish the series out in Boston in game 5. Try to win it right there in front of the fans. But if Dallas can pull the same thing that they're doing tonight, bringing into Boston, Kyrie can have an amazing game in Boston, man. Never know what could happen. I would love to see Dallas somehow make history. And they pull out 4 wins in a row. Be freaking incredible. Be the first team that will ever do that. Just pull out 4 wins in a row. Just go ahead and come on out and win this thing. But that's never happened. I'm saying it can't ever happen. But I would love for it to happen. If you got faith in the mustard seed, anything can happen, right? Anything is possible. But we'll have to see, man. We'll just have to sit back and see how this thing goes. Either way, I will say this, man. I'll go on to my next topic. I am definitely proud. I'm not discrediting Boston for anything. Boston has actually been the best team in the league through the whole season, had the best record through the whole season. Like I said, most complete team. They stayed healthy. They're a menace, man. They're a menace. They're a very, very tough team. I will give it to Dallas, though. And I have to give my flowers where it's due. Jason Kidd, within his 3 years as being the head coach for the Mavericks, has gotten them to 2 Western Conference Finals, now Western Conference Championship, and a berth in the playoffs. So, to me, in my opinion, he deserves his extension that he has. Nico Harrison, the moves that he made right there to help the Mavs and put better pieces around Luka and stuff like that. If Nico doesn't make those trades, Dallas is not in the finals, people. Dallas is not near the finals if Nico Harrison didn't pull those trades off. And he did. He deserves that extension. I feel like the Mavs are set up in a good position because the majority, damn near everybody on that team is about 20-some years old. Young 20, about 25, maybe less. I think you might have a few old heads. I think you do got a few old heads right there in the 30s, but not too many. For the most part, the majority of the team is young, and I believe, man, they're going to keep that youngness going and flowing, athleticism, everything like that. You have to give your flowers where it's due. You're looking at a Mavericks team that played a Clippers team that did have Paul George and James Harden out there, Kawhi at one point. Then they come and they beat the Clippers. Then they come and beat OKC. They had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who was quite frankly I think the number 2 in the running for the MVP this year. OKC had the best record in the West this year. That young team, the best record in the West, and the Mavericks put them out of the playoffs. And then they come and play the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know, a team that has Ant-Man. They got a Big Cat, man, and Rudy Gobert. I mean, a team that a lot of folks thought that they was gonna just take care of Dallas and probably be here in the NBA Finals, but Dallas came out there and they did what they were supposed to do. So, you know, Dallas's road has not been an easy one. It's definitely not been an easy one. But it just goes to show you, man, and you know, when you put your teams together, when you guys, everybody's playing their role the way that it needs to be played, good things can happen and good things can follow. So definitely I'm happy for my team. If the series does end, either it ends tonight or in game 5, I'm completely happy for what my guys have done. Even though I've voiced my frustration to friends and family and whatnot. When you sit back and you look at it, you're happy, man. You're happy, and you feel like the future is very bright. And this being the first year that Luka is actually in the finals, he smelt it, he's played it, he's in it. I think that's going to give him even more motivation to be better in the upcoming years. And if he does that, the NFL is going to have one hell of a ride for him. One definite hell of a ride for him. So, with that being said, hey, let's go Mavs. Keep on pushing. Keep on doing what you guys are doing. Shit. I hope you guys do it, though, man. I would love to see y'all guys come back. I know the chances are very slim, but even if y'all don't come back, y'all are still champions in my book. Let's come back next year and let's wreck shop. So it is what it is. You feel me? All right. Point number 2. Let's get in this, man. I'm definitely gonna keep everything copacetic and cool with y'all. I never like to hold you too long. I just like to throw my, 2 cents in. You know what I'm talking about. So it's been a lot of talk, man, about this Caitlyn Clark thing. The WNBA and the women have came out with their Team USA rosters. As you know, we do have the Olympics this year, 2024, and the women's team have already came out with their Team USA, and apparently Caitlyn Clark has not been a part of the roster. She's not included in this roster of Team USA for the women's. Been a lot of backlash and things going on like that. A lot of people talking about it. They actually interviewed Caitlyn Clark, and she actually said it's just motivation, fuel to record her and whatnot. I've heard a lot of the back and forth, and it's kind of crazy. I'm looking at the different angles that some of the media people, some of the fans and whatnot are saying. Some people are saying that Caitlyn Clark didn't deserve it. It's her first year. She hasn't necessarily proven anything to that extreme to be able to get on the WNBA roster, aside from women like Asia Clark, Diana Taurasi, some of the other big names in the WNBA. Some people say that she don't deserve it, but then yet there's other people, especially like media, saying that they should have made a spot for her, put her on there, because you're discrediting the vision in the eyes that could be placed on Team USA from excluding her. Um, Basically saying that you would get more eyes. Uh, NBC, whoever sponsoring the Olympics or whatnot, they could be like they could be making a lot more money. This is that third by having Caitlyn Clark on the team. Um, my honest opinion. Hmm. Although I feel both sides. Although I feel both sides. Um, I think at this point in time, I think it would be one of those things that let me see. Shout out Big Game. Big Game was in the building. He said, "What's up, man?" He said, "Caitlyn Clark was a snub." I'm starting out. I feel it. She said she hasn't earned it yet. Hasn't earned it yet. Yeah. Uh, Clark is good for the WNBA, but hasn't earned it yet. Big Game, I'm feeling you on that. Grandizer, what's up, man? What's up, fam? But those man, hey, Grandizer riding with my Mavs, bro. All the way, fam. I'm all the way. Um, Clark is good for the WNBA, but hasn't earned it yet. Look, I lean more towards saying that she has to earn her spot. Um, Not to discredit the girl's ability in anything that Caitlin Clark can do. I think and I made a podcast. I made a post. If you go watch my musicologist mindset, I did a post saying that Caitlin Clark is exactly what the WNBA needs. Um, I think highly of the girl. A lot more eyes has been placed on the WNBA. But let's start to think in the athletes kind of mind frame, the athlete's point of view and stuff like that. Like most athletes want to earn their positions and things like that. They want to earn them getting on all-star teams and these Team USAs and stuff like that. They want to earn their chances to win the big prizes. I feel like that if the WNBA had went ahead and put Caitlin Clark on there, I think we would kind of all know why. And I think that would be quite unfair for somebody that actually deserves to honestly be there. She's fresh, man. She's fresh. She's brand new. And I know that everybody wants to see her. I know all the eyes are on her. They want to see her. But I digress. I don't like the fact when you got guys like Stephen A. Shannon Sharp, and all these other media people, all their mind frames is on the money aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Um, you're taking money away from NBC. You're taking money away from ABC or whoever because they're not putting her on the spot. They should have made a roster spot for her, like the Dream Team did for Christian Laettner and stuff like that, like the college person. Like, man, look, that's why. That's why. Um, let the girl get her game up. Let the girl get her game up. And her game is not bad. Not at all. But let her get seasoned. Let her get seasoned into and acclimated into the WNBA and how it runs and how it rolls. I think we'll have another Olympics in what, 2028? 2028 comes. Hey, look, she can be added on that team and she'll probably be the front runner then. Diana Taurasi probably won't be playing at that point in time. Some of these other people may be out of the league at that point in time. She can be the star then, and she can be the leader running Team USA all the way to Olympic gold. You know, I mean, I think the future is bright. I honestly think the future is bright for her and what that team can do. I think it's just one of those things, man. It's just definitely one of those things that it just is what it is, man. Y'all just can't, in no way, shape, or form, do I feel like she got stuck. I don't feel like that. My boy Broken has just came into the mix, man. Let me go ahead and add him to the board. Here we go. Broken, what's good, boy? How you doing?
Hey, what's good, man? Hey, my bad, man. It's completely unprofessional coming in so late. Time just got completely away from me.
Oh,
I'm
we
here
good.
now.
You good. You good. You know how to do it. Grandizer, better tell those Mavs quit playing with our money and our emotions. And I'm not even a Mavs fan, but come on, fight back. Grandizer, like I already explained in my first point, bro. I think the Mavs have been playing I think they've been trying at their best, but I look at the Boston Celtics team. That is a very full team. You got at least a good 6, 7, damn near 8 guys that can shoot the rock pretty damn good. They can space the floor and everything like that. Mavs don't necessarily have a bitch like the Celtics that is matching up. Plus, Boston has kind of took away some of their bread and butter with the lobs and everything like that. But if you really looked at the games, Mavs could have won game 2. Mavs could have won game 3. Aside from all the facts, they actually were in those games and could have won. So I'm not taking anything away from Boston. Um, I think it's almost kind of a learning experience, for Luke and the Mavs. But I do feel like those guys can come back, man. Can definitely come back next year. They playing their asses off right now, man. They're playing their asses off right now. So we're gonna see what else you put. They were saying the Celtics were a matchup nightmare for the Mavs, not for the Suns, but for the Mavs. Yes. Yeah. I mean, if you want to call it a nightmare, but I don't think it was a nightmare. I don't really think it was a nightmare. I think those games were actually closer than what most people had thought. Uh, but you know, it's basketball, man. It's just basketball. You gotta take advantage of your stuff, man. You gotta take advantage of the leads and everything like that, man. When you got a chance to do so, and Mavs just didn't do it. Mavs just didn't do it. Uh, but then, but I digress on that point. Broken, I was talking about Caitlyn Clark, man, and how some people are saying that she got snubbed of the Team USA thing. I was just going off and saying that I don't think that she was snubbed. Big Game said that she was a snub. Big Game says people have called me racist because I said that she hasn't earned it. As she was black, same response. I mean, shit, did Angel Reese make it? I don't think Angel Reese is on there. I don't think she made the USA team. So I don't know. I don't even know what's the difference, man. I don't even know what's the difference about the hating, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of agree. I agree with you, Big Game, and I just don't feel like that she's. I don't think she's earned it yet. Um, but I think that it's definitely a future that she will be on the Team USA team. But you know, Asia Clark is doing amazing things right now. Liana Taurasi, I mean, of course, she's gonna be on it because she's her. You know what I'm saying? uh, but man, come on, man. It is what it is. Broken, how you feel, man? You think Caitlin Clark was snubbed out of the Team USA?
Uh, no, not necessarily based on who all they put on there. I mean, it's all veterans and stuff like that. If Angel made the team, then yes, she would have been a snub if Angel made the team. Uh, I've seen people make arguments that Tarasi shouldn't be on the team, that she's kind of old and probably shouldn't be on the team. Like, old, terms as kind of past her prime, basically, was what people were trying to say. And I think some NBA fans, and especially older NBA fans, are used to them putting young guys on the team, young guys making an Olympic roster. I mean, we've even seen college players make the Olympic roster, even with NBA superstars, along with NBA superstars. I believe Christian Laettner was a college player, right? When he made an Olympic team.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
so so I mean, NBA fans have seen that before. So for them to say the excuse is that she's a rookie and that's why she didn't make it, I kind of don't really buy that. Uh, just because she's a rookie. I mean, I think a lot of people are saying, hey, if you really wanted to grow the league, you would put the most popular player in the league, which is case. As much as they hate people to keep saying that, she literally is the most popular player in the WNBA that fast. And I know they don't, the veterans don't like it. Even some of the old NBA fans don't like it. There's NBA fans that are starting to get tired the uh of the popularity that she brought, and her fan base which I wouldn't even necessarily call her fan base. Like I don't even know if these people really care about Caitlyn Clark per se. They care about the social ramifications of what she means as a white player. Let's
Hmm.
be honest. Like
Hmm.
there's a lot of right wingers latching on to her story, uh, to push an agenda that they want to push.
Hmm.
Now, if whoever wants to define what that agenda is, fine. They can do that. But it's obvious a lot of her fans, they were not WNBA fans. And I mean, of course, so they would argue, they're gonna say, well, okay, but ain't that what you want? Is that for a player to come in and for casual people or people who never cared about the WNBA to come in? No, well, if you were coming in as fans of the actual league and these fans wanted to see all of the players and to enjoy the full spectrum of the game, but when she's selling out arenas and then the rest of the league is still only doing 2 or 3 thousand, 7,000 a night, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then it doesn't seem genuine that she's rising the whole league. She definitely rose the profile of Indiana, and I mean,
True.
if it keeps going this way, then Indiana is gonna be like they're gonna be like a Yankees. They're gonna be like a Dodgers. They're gonna be like a Lakers. They're gonna be like a Knicks. They're gonna be one of these franchises that's just so far ahead money wise of all the other franchises. Like they're gonna become like a premier team within that league. And I could see the WNBA. I don't even know what their financial structure is already, but I'm pretty sure it probably already has a lot to do with profit sharing and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
they may not let one franchise just blow away the other franchises in terms of revenue and overall valuation and everything like that. But I mean, I don't, they imagine how many jerseys they selling, how much food and concessions they selling.
Right.
The owners of that team are getting rich for sure. But going back to the Olympic thing, no, I don't care if she didn't make the team. She probably doesn't care if she didn't make the team. It's better for her not to play on that team.
No, she said she needed to earn it, and I agree with her. And then again, we looking at 4 years again when the Olympics come back. By that time, she should be seasoned. She should be ready. And then even by that time, she could definitely be the. She's a. I mean, listen, I mean, she's probably gonna end up being the face of the league either way. And then by that time, 4 years time, when the Olympics come again, she'll be the face of Team USA. So I don't know why everybody's tripping, but I do understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think it's a snub neither, not at all. Uh, let her earn it. Let her earn it. I think she'll be all right. Um, let's go to my third point, man. Third point. I want to chop up on, man. Let's talk about some of the. I want to talk about real quick, man. Some of the highest paid QBs that's in the NFL, and if they truly deserve it. I got a homeboy, a man T. Shout out. T said that every one of these quarterbacks, everybody, period, man, in the NFL, once they get these big paydays, they deserve it. The big game, you can actually, comment on this too. They say, yeah, they be deserving it because, it's such a, they got to battle the CTE and everything like that. It's such a barbaric sport and whatnot. So for you to get your money in the NFL, you deserve it. But let's take a look at some of the highest paid NFL players right now. If you don't know, Trevor Lawrence just signed his deal. Now he is tied with my man Joe Burrow, making 55 million a year. We got Jared Goff that's making 53 million. Justin Herbert for your Chargers, 52.5. Lamar Jackson at 52. Jalen Hurts, 51. Kyler Murray, which blows my mind, 46.1. Yeah. Deshaun Watson is making 46 mil because the Browns just gave him everything for whatever reason. Kirk Cousins, he's making 45
There
mil.
was absolutely no reason to overpay that man. So I guess you
No,
already know
no.
how I feel about that one, but keep going.
Yeah, yeah. And you got a Kirk and Patrick Mahomes making 45 mil a year. So that kind of rounds out the top 10 of your highest paid quarterbacks. Number one, do they deserve it? And then number 2, what's next for Dak?
What's next for who?
For Dak Prescott. On that note, hold on, my girl Marco. She said WNBA is losing $50 million. They desperately need more fans worldwide. Caitlyn feels that need. USA reporter Cell was blowing up for fans across the world angered over not having Clark on the USA team. Wow. It's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I believe that. I mean, she's the most popular player in the WNBA, just like I said, so fans across the world probably wanted to see her and expected to see her. There is precedence for putting rookies or even college players, like I pointed out, on the team. So, I mean, if it was about marketing, she would have been on the team. If they really wanted. Now, if she
I
was
can see
somebody,
that.
if
I
if
can see
she
that.
if she had the same talent, the same publicity, and she was a different player, would she have made the team? If she didn't have the controversy, if say switch Caitlyn Clark and what's her name, Paige, Buckner,
Paige Buchers.
Buchers,
Mm-hmm.
would Paige have made? Because they like her. They actually, we ain't gonna get into why, but they like her. So would she have made the team if she was this pot? If we just switch them, switch their situations. Caitlyn is still in college. Paige is the one who broke all the records. Same personality, everything. Coming out of UConn, would she have
Mm-hmm.
made the team? Would she have made the team?
Hard to say.
I
I'm
think.
a,
I think. I think she would. I think she would have.
I'm saying if she would have, then Kayla should make it then. If that's the case. If Paige gonna make it, then Kayla should make it. But then I'm looking at a team full of vets, and I think that they just honestly want to be the best team in the world as far as women's basketball. Not to say that Caitlin Clark can't help them, but
The
everything just
argument.
everything to me, the argument ain't necessarily about the. To me, this argument is about money. This is what this argument is all about. Money and viewership. That's all it's all about. It's not about necessarily them having a
Well,
bad.
yes, people arguing for the reason why she should be on the team. It's not
Yeah.
if it's playing style, if it's actually on court, then her turnovers may hurt the team
Hmm.
because she's a turnover right now in her young career, WNBA career. She's somewhat of a turnover machine, and that will hurt a team, especially international ball where all of that is counts.
And if she gonna be on the team, man, I'm at least want to see the girl play. I'm gonna want to see her play. If she's gonna be
Oh,
turning the ball over,
imagine
she's gonna have to be on the bench.
imagine her being on the bench and you got a stadium full of another country's fans cheering for you to put her in the game.
Facts.
Because if all these people all across the world are calling a USA Today reporter and telling them they want to see her, they don't want to come to the game and then to see her riding the bench. Like you're gonna hear Caitlin Clark chants to put her in the game. Apparently, there was a game recently where the she was on the road and the fans were cheering her name
Oh yeah,
and
I seen that. Yeah, yeah.
and begging for them to put her back in the game. She got fouled and they booed their own player. They literally booed that she got fouled and the woman from the other team like mocked her. No, she did kind of like how somebody would do CP or LeBron where they'd be like, oh, like
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
like
yeah, 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 yeah.
mocking them like when they flop, they'll mock them. So that's basically
I
what she
seen
did.
that.
She was trying to say Caitlyn was flopping, right? The fans booed their own player.
Hmm.
Caitlyn's on the road.
Yeah, they
Imagine,
be kind.
imagine, imagine your home team fans booing you over a rival player.
Yeah, man. So
See, that proves.
imagine that on the world stage now. So
But that shows that they're there to see her. They're her fans. They're not, you know what I'm saying? So she's filling
yeah,
up stadiums. People are coming to see her, and it's kind. I mean, I don't know, man. I can see both arguments. Like I said a while ago when we first started talking about this. I can understand why some of the vets in the league had a problem with the way the media and some of the fans were portraying her
facts,
as a savior,
facts.
and as they were acting like she was already the best player in the league, not just the most
Yeah,
popular player. They were trying to act like she was just gonna come into the NBA and just completely dominate.
yeah.
And the veterans were like, "No, that's not the way it
That's not
works.
how to do it. Yeah, yeah.
That's not gonna happen."
Facts. Uh, let's get back with these QBs real quick. Um, like I said, man, you got your top 10 right there. Um, Trevor Lawrence, man, just signed that deal. I don't know if he necessarily deserves it. Of course, you know, I'm gonna say Joey. Joey does. Joe B
of,
would.
of course, you gonna say that.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But I mean, he did take these boys to a Super Bowl, man, with probably the most horrible offensive line in history. Um, so you know they've at least smelled that. You know the future is bright over there in Cincinnati. Jaguars are a decent team, but they seem to just kind of fall short. Jared Goff has been playing some good football since his trade over there to Detroit. Um, I'm not questioning the Justin Herbert call. I'm not doing that. I know that the Chargers need uh, a definitive quarterback, and I think he's aside from all the other quarterbacks in the league, I still feel like Justin Herbert is one of the most talented that you got out there.
Wait,
Um,
is he? So is Trevor overpaid? So you said Trevor is overpaid?
is Trevor overpaid? I
Yeah.
kind of feel a little bit.
Is that this question? That's what the questions is, right? That's what we're asking.
Well,
Do they
kind of,
deserve?
sort of, man. That was,
We saying do they deserve the contracts?
yeah. That was the argument. Do these guys really kind of deserve these contracts?
What did you say about Trevor? It's
You feel
Trevor?
like
Yes. You was definitive on Joe. You said Joe. Yes, he deserves his. Does Trevor deserve his?
I don't think Trevor
Yeah.
deserves it. I don't think Trevor deserves to make as much as Joe.
Okay. Okay. Golf.
Golf.
Hey, if it's a
Well,
no,
no,
just say
no, no,
no.
no, no, no. I think golf has earned it. I think golf has earned what he's got. I think he's earned it.
Okay.
You know, you talking about the fucking Detroit Lions, bro. He's actually
Okay.
making them relevant. You know what I'm saying? So I think golf deserves that. I get that to
Okay. I don't think
him.
Herbert.
Grandize, you want to call it doodle bum, call it.
Exactly. I
I'm
don't
not
think.
saying no, I don't think Trevor Lawrence is a bum. Uh, I
No,
don't think he's a bum.
He's not a bum, but I don't think he deserves to be tied for a one.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't
I
think
don't
that.
think he should be tied for the number one highest paid QB. Herbert,
Um,
I don't think Herbert deserves he hasn't earned that contract yet. So I understand why. So my when it comes to highest paid QBs, I understand why they get the money is because they're so important to a team.
hmm
Some of these guys haven't necessarily earned the money yet. You know what I'm saying? Herbert has not earned his yet, in my opinion. He doesn't have a league MVP. I don't even know if he has any playoff wins yet. So he definitely doesn't have a championship game appearance. So he hasn't even appeared in an AFC championship game. He has not appeared in the Super Bowl yet. So I understand why he got the money because you have to pay QBs, especially if you think they're franchise. That's just gonna happen. But he hasn't earned the money yet. So I don't know about deserve, but he has, like you say, he has all the talent. He can make all the throws, but he hasn't earned the money yet. Lamar has earned his because he has MVPs in this league. He has playoff wins. So I believe he's earned his. You can keep going.
Yeah, Lamar. Okay, Jalen Hurts.
I would say he. I would say he earned where he's at around sixth place. Six, yes.
Yeah.
So to be around the sixth paid quarterback, yes, he's right where he should be. Lamar could be a little higher. Obviously, Mahomes technically should be number one on this list, just like Brady used to be. Brady is where Mahomes used to be, right? I mean, Brady is used to be where Mahomes is currently. Brady
Yeah.
was rarely ever the top paid QB, but we know he should have. Technically, he could have had that money.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one winning the QB that's winning all the time. You would think should be the top paid, but it don't work like that a lot of times because winners want to keep winning, so they'll take less money or they'll stretch money. You know what I'm saying? Or make some they'll improvise on contracts and do certain things to make sure they can get more players around them. That's what Brady always did. He did it with Tampa Bay, so you got to respect that. If you know. A guy like Trevor Lawrence taking all that money, dog, and your team not even really set up yet to make multiple runs. Dak Prescott shouldn't take a lot. He shouldn't ask for a lot. If Dak really wanted to win, he would not ask to be the highest paid QB in the league. You don't want to win, bro. You don't want to win. If you going out there talking about, well, I should have a contract like Joe Burrow, like Jared Goff. I should be higher paid than Justin Herbert. I'm better than Herbert. You can say that all you want. Do you want to win? Do you want to win? Being around five, 6, 7, 8, that's probably where you kind of want to be around.
If the Jaguars can give Trevor Lawrence, who hasn't done anything in retrospect, if they can give him up to $55 million, then the Dallas Cowboys can most definitely find a way to make Dak either the highest paid quarterback or he probably end up being top 5.
I mean, yes, any team can find a way to make a guy the highest paid. The Jaguar, I mean, the way the NFL is set up, there's no poverty, there's no necessarily poverty level teams in terms of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they have revenue sharing, they have salary caps, they got all kind of shit in the NFL to create parity, to make sure there's parity in the league. So Seattle can pay a huge contract to Russell Wilson. Denver can. The Jaguars can make their QB the top paid. Do the Tampa Bay Rays have the highest paid player in baseball? No, they do not. Do the Pittsburgh Pirates have the top paid baseball player? No, they don't. But the Steelers could pay a wide receiver or a running back top money.
True.
If they wanted to.
True.
So the way the leagues are set up is different. So anybody can make a QB, but do you want to win? Should the QB take the money? Does the QB really want to win? Now Dallas is they closer than the Jaguars are in terms of full roster talent. They closer to being elite, in my opinion, than the Jaguars are.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Would you be willing to take 5 to 7 to 10 million less to get another edge rusher, to get another corner, to get a fourth wide receiver, to get a second tight end?
Those are your questions. Those are the questions.
To get a second running back,
to get
a slot, a nickel corner.
And I think that's what makes Patrick Mahomes so good, even though he's tied for last on the list with what was that, 45? Let me see. Yeah, $45 million a year. Patrick Mahomes already has 3 championship rings. You know, he's spreading the wealth with the money.
And don't you think he's making up the $10 million gap between him and Trevor Lawrence? State Farm is probably paying them that.
And what State Farm? What got T-Mobile commercials? It's other endorsements he probably has within Kansas City. Yeah, hell yeah, he's making
So
all
if you
this
win,
stuff.
easily. So if you win, you're gonna get the endorsements if you win, especially if you win big and you win multiple.
Easily.
You get your face is gonna be everywhere.
Easily.
You can call your shot when it comes to endorsements. So
easily. Yeah. So rounding out the rest of those guys before I go to the winners and losers, you got Kyler Murray, who I don't think deserves that much. Deshaun Watson, I don't feel like he deserves that much. And then like I said, you bottom 2, you got Kirk Cousins at 45, Patrick Mahomes at 45. Kirk Cousins, I never thought like he just deserved the money, but he has one hell of a fucking agent that is getting him paid. No matter where he goes, he gets paid.
man, yeah, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it either.
I don't know it, but he finagles it and somehow he gets that money. So shout out to Kirk though, bro. Shout out to Kirk.
Shout out to Kirk's agent. Just like you said. I want that man representing me for sure.
That man is the truth. Whoever his agent is the fucking truth. That was death, man. MCXP Radio, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Everybody that's been commenting, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell. We're finna hit the winners and losers, man. Let's get to it. All right, man. I didn't want to hold everybody too long. Brian, I know you came in a little late, man. It's all good, bro. I ain't too much tripping. Got the Mavs game on currently. It is 90-54.
Bro.
92-54 in the third quarter.
How are they beating these fools by like 40? Well, how is the Celtics losing by 40? What? Okay, whatever.
I don't know.
You know what the homie texted me, right? You know what the homie texted me, right?
It's rigged.
Of course. Man, I hate NBA narratives, man. This is bullshit.
It's rigged, yeah. Then they just gonna be on fire in Boston, something like that.
NBA script. Didn't want to win on the road. They want to win at home in front of their own team. Hopefully Dallas makes them eat that, if that's really true.
I hope so too. Honestly, I hope so too. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I hope so too, man. And then I'll take that. At this point in time, them being down on 3, I will take a win like this. Fuck it, I don't care. They didn't get swept, so shit. I'm not tripping.
Yeah, and hopefully they win Game 5 too. Fuck these dudes. Fuck these. If you wanna come out and play like complete shit because apparently you want to win at home, like fuck, you need to deny them that satisfaction of being able to go back home and just turn it right back on. Fuck that. If that happens, oh my god,
that'd be amazing. It looks like they're pulling out all the starters in the third.
It's like Paul Pierce getting fake hurt and coming right back on the court. That's what this is.
Oh, that was complete bullshit.
That's what they doing. That's what they doing right here. This type of shit right here is why I hate the Celtics. Fuck these dudes.
Boston known for doing that shit. Okay. So, folks, let's go to winners and losers. Usually, y'all know how I do it. I have winners and losers. Here, my grandizer. NBA script, that goes for UFOs, Bigfoot, and ghost topics. I love you, grandizer. I love you, bro. You're fucking awesome, bro. You are awesome. Conspiracy theories, put a 10-4 hat on. Boy, my man Grandizer be going in, bro. I love this dude, bro. Hilarious. Y'all know how to do winners and losers. I usually have a winner, I usually have losers, but this time, I don't have any winners. Only because I want to recognize 2 losses that we've had. Number one, man, my first loss, I want to say rest in peace to Mr. Jerry West. If you do not know Mr. Jerry West, and I know you know Jerry West, hell of a lot
Yes, sir.
more than
Yes,
I
sir.
do.
Yes,
Pioneer
sir.
of the NBA game, everything like that. One of the one of the greatest executives, probably the greatest executive, GM, general manager that the game has seen. Did play for the Lakers, but he just recently passed, and he's known for a lot of things. But man, he's the logo
The only player to have ever won Finals MVP from the
on a
losing
losing
team.
team. On a losing team, yes, and he's the NBA logo, man.
He averaged
He's the
40
NBA
points a
logo.
game. He averaged 40 points a game in those playoffs.
I know people. I've seen people have arguments saying they should change the NBA logo and whatnot. The logo will never be changed now. It will never be changed at this point. At now, it'll never be changed. Not with Jerry Briscoe. Not at
Because
all.
well, you can't change it to the jump man because Nike owns that, right? Nike
Yeah,
owns
but
the
yeah,
jump.
Mike owns it, but you couldn't change it to no Kobe logo. You couldn't change it to no Dirk logo,
No,
nothing like that. No,
no.
Jerry West. This is the only remnant that we have of Jerry West now. Now that he's no longer living, he's the NBA logo. It needs to stay like that forever and a day. Does not never need to change. Rest in peace, and all of my condolences to Jerry West and his family. Um, like I said, man, probably one of the greatest people of all time when it comes to NBA.
If you have not watched Winning Time on
Mm,
Max, HBO, formerly HBO Max, watch Winning Time on Max. Great show. Great show.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
It's about the
Definitely, man.
Lakers. It's about the Lakers, 1980 Lakers. Jerry Buss just bought the team. Magic was a rookie. Great show.
Yeah, man. Damn, Jerry West, bro. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that? And I mean, he's the one to say he brought in Kobe, man. And he brought in Shaq, and he's done a lot of stuff, man, for the Lakers organization, man, for them to be what they are today. So, you
He
know,
brought in he brought in Powell, even though he wasn't the Lakers GM. He was he was working for the Memphis Grizzlies and gave us Paul Gasol. So hey,
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Definitely, man. So Jerry West, also, man, the loss that we have. I don't know if people know, man. Mr. Robert Hughes. Mr. Robert Hughes is the winningest high school basketball coach in history, and he actually is here in Fort Worth. Passed away here in Fort Worth. He was the coach for many years over there at Dunbar High School in Fort Worth. The most winningest coach in high school history. 1,333 wins.
Mm.
Yes, yes, and he recently passed away as well. So I want to give my condolences to his family and everything like that. But it's tough when some of the greats pass on and pass away, but they leave such an amazing legacy. So I want to always make sure that we can always recognize and everything like that, man, and give shout outs to those people. Like I said, I don't have any winners. I feel like we're all winners because we were blessed enough to see these people and their contributions of what they did, not only to the game of basketball, but what they did to life in general. So, Robert Hughes, thank you for what you've done um, for high school basketball, for many high school players, not only here in Fort Worth, but around the nation. Cherry West, of course, sir. You know, gonna miss you, man. I never met you. I'm not the biggest Lakers fan, but I support. And look, Jerry, anytime you've always heard Jerry West. Every season, you always hear Jerry West's name. You always hear him, and you see him all the time when the NBA comes on. You see him because he is the logo. He is that guy. So definitely, man, definitely. Bro, before I get out of here, man, any last words you want to make, bro?
Yeah, I second all of those sentiments. Second, I didn't know much about the high school basketball coach, but to coach that long and to get that many wins is amazing in
Over
itself.
50 years. Over 50 years,
And
man.
yeah, just imagine all the lives and players and their families that he touched. I'm sure he made a very long and lasting impact, and thousands and people loved him. So Yeah,
Definitely.
much respect to that man. Rest in peace.
Definitely, man. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in and watching. I'm about to watch the rest of this match. You know, it's a blowout, 92-60. And apparently both teams were taking the starters off the bench. They taking the starters off the court. So now was just everybody else getting minutes. Everybody else getting burned. Which is cool. Which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Boston fans, Kyrie told y'all we gonna see y'all in game 5. After game 2, he said it. He said it. He did say it. Hey, we'll see you in
I
game
want
5.
to see, yeah. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does with opportunity.
Grandizer, both inspired and touched. A lot of fans, players, people, literally inspired generation. Yes, they did, Grandizer. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in, man. Make sure y'all check it out, man. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, all of that good stuff, man. I'm about to head out of here. I'm about to watch the rest of these games. I know Brian showed up late, but it's all good. You know, this is my boy, man. My boy, my ride or die to the end. All day, every day, man. If those high school gyms could talk, the stories they could have about Coach Hughes. You're not lying, bro. You're not lying. For myself, for my boy Brian, man, for everybody. BGSENetwork, all of that good stuff. We out of here, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Cruising in a Rari with the hair and nails and toes done. Always keep it stylish. Never gonna give me. We're gonna make a lot of women mad at this one, but it's alright. Never gonna get a shot at romance. Cause I'm too cold.